Conor McGregor just said that he wants to be the Joe Rogan of the new Pro Slap League. That's a pretty crazy thing to say, considering all the controversies surrounding the latest Dana White project. Dana White announced the new Power Slap League back in October 2022. This was pretty shocking for everyone, especially because competitive open-handed striking isn't super common. Everyone was shocked, to say the least. The UFC hasn't really done something like this before, but Dana White seemed excited. Along with him, Lorenzo Fertitta and Craig Pilligan were in a partnership with the UFC and Endeavor. The show is produced by the Pilgrim Media Group, and when this was made public, more details followed.
Slap force and velocity tested higher than Kennedy's at the Combine, but with Kennedy slapping first in this fight, who knows what'll happen.
And what were these? Well, to clear up any confusion, Power Slap is just like it sounds. Pro slappers from across the world are supposed to compete to show their technique, power, and resolve. But then, it was also announced that the show will be airing on TBS in early January of the new year. And don't be fooled, because this league has levels to it.
1, 2. There you go. Stay in there. You got this.
The initial announcement said that there would be 8 episodes. What everyone is essentially competing for is a spot in the cast house, along with the first Power Slap rankings. Of course, there's also the worldwide recognition that athletes will get, at least according to the UFC website. For something that Dana White has been working on since 2017, though, Power Slap went downhill quickly. Even though Dana had been hooked when he saw slap fighting on social media before, it seems like he took it the wrong way. A huge controversy followed, which I'll get into in just a bit. The president of the UFC said that he felt like slap fighting could be big, and he had what he needed to make it a real sport. Those are his own words. Soon, he figured everything out and got everything sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission.
Listen, we've been very patient in this whole thing and trying to get something done with them, and we'll see how this thing ends up.
It seemed like everything was set. The series would air on the 11th of January until Dana White was caught doing something that horrified the fans. A video of him slapping his wife at a New Year's Eve party started making rounds on the internet. At first, everyone thought it was some random bald guy, but it turned out to be Dana himself. Everyone started calling it domestic violence because White seemed in control of the situation. The incident happened at a nightclub in Cabo, and White was drunk. It went viral in the blink of an eye, and soon White had to make a statement. But what did he have to say? Dana White revealed that he won't be punished for slapping his wife. Before Fight Night 217, White talked about the whole ordeal and said that it was a horrible personal experience. He went on to say there is absolutely no excuse for it, and honestly, I agree. It was 2 slaps, not 1, and White isn't a man with no strength.
Nobody fires back more than I do. Whatever anybody has to say, everybody has an opinion on this.
The UFC president also added that he's going to have to live with this forever and that people shouldn't be defending him. At least he's self-aware, right? Dana White said that he's seen those comments online where people are saying there's nothing wrong with the whole thing, but he doesn't agree. He said all the criticism that he's getting and is going to get in the future is going to be valid. After all that, though, he ended up getting away with it and even explained why. Dana White asked everyone on Fight Night what the punishment should be. He said that if he takes 30 days off or anything of the sort, it's only going to hurt the company and its employees. Everyone was kind of shocked because no matter how he spins it, he was technically getting away unscathed. The whole incident doesn't hurt his career in real life, but there was still one consequence. As a result of that video going viral and the whole world knowing, the first episode of Power Slap was postponed. Even though the premiere was supposed to be on the 11th of January, they had to move it forward to the 18th. It did pretty well and had 300,000 viewers for the premiere, but that didn't stop the criticism heading its way. James Dater even wrote a whole article about it. He described the show as a ticking time bomb and said that it is stupid. Even boxer Ryan Garcia said that the whole show is a horrible idea. Power Slap League is very controversial, and many people think that it's not something that should be aired on national TV in the first place, especially because experts are saying saying that people are suffering from some really traumatic brain injuries every week. And I don't know about you, but if you ask me, that's not something that should be televised, let alone turned into a sport. Even the Nevada Athletic Commission is under fire. People are questioning how they even gave the approval for it, especially because, unlike MMA or boxing, people just had to stand there with their hands by their sides while their opponent goes at them with the slaps. The fans are saying that Power Slap League is nothing like other combat sports, and I have to agree. It seems pretty one-sided. There's no other way to put it. Speaking of MMA though, a lot of fighters don't like the direction this new league is taking. Nate Diaz is one of them. He made it clear on Twitter that he doesn't appreciate anyone who likes the league. This wasn't unwarranted though. Anthony Smith had nothing but good things to say about the Power Slap League and said he loves it. He even said everyone who takes part in it has a few screws loose, but he loves the chaos. Diaz saw this on Twitter and replied calling Smith some pretty harsh names. If the people who are taking part in slap fighting don't have a few screws loose before, they might just have them after. And I don't mean this as a joke. Studies show that after the kind of slap people are getting to their faces during this, they might actually end up with horrible brain injuries. And what's worse is that these could even be irreversible. The whole world has been weighing in on what they think of the Power Slap League. And Conor McGregor is one of them. He took to Twitter and said he could be the next Joe Rogan of this new sport. I'll be honest, this one took me by surprise. The ex-UFC featherweight and lightweight champion didn't skip a beat and compared himself to Joe Rogan, the commentator. This shocked everyone, especially because McGregor hasn't been seen anywhere near the ring since 2021. I mean, nobody has forgotten his last bout with Dustin Poirier. Dustin beat Conor at UFC 267, and it was an insane night. Both of them were in the lightweight category, and it was a known fact that Dustin wanted the lightweight belt more than anything. Even though in the first round things were looking up for McGregor, he got knocked out in the second. Poirier didn't hold back with the leg kicks and punches, and McGregor just couldn't take it. Conor was trying to become the UFC's biggest star again, and this loss set him back. Fans are still waiting for his return though, and well, it might be closer than they think.
Tell us what you felt. Tell us what you thought was going on.
Just the thing had separated and we played and landed on the wonky leg like Anderson Silva that time.
McGregor took a break, but he's ready to be back in the ring. It was just announced that he's going to be up against Michael Chandler, number 5 in the lightweight category. It's going to be a fun night, and fans are excited about McGregor's return. Nobody knows the exact dates of when he's coming back to the octagon, but it's definitely going to happen at the end of season 31. Even though the last fight Conor McGregor won was in 2016, he still has a shot at the title. Is he really going to reclaim his position as king of the UFC? Let's hope so. See you in the next video.